It is a beautiful evening here in Florida. Noelle and I are hanging out with Destiny, right?
Right.
I should have done this earlier while the sun was up and there was more light in here, but I thought I'd take a moment to show you how my parents prepare to go from having 2 people in the house to having 13 people in the house, because we have found some pretty creative ways over the years. My parents lived across the street from us for a long time, they actually had their house first. We built a house across the street from them for a long time. And then a number of years ago, 4 or 5, 4 maybe, they went ahead and moved to Florida. They'd had a house for a number of years before that, that my dad shared with his brothers and all their wives, of course. And so they loved it down here so much that when they semi-retired, they moved down here, and it's been nice to come visit them. So over the years, we've gained more children, but we've also figured out how to make staying with them easier when we come and stay, because it's such a long drive for us, and we always drive, that we tend to come for 2 weeks at a time. In fact, last year, Solo couldn't quite get 2 weeks free, so we came for 1 week. He left and I stayed 2 more, so I was actually here 3 weeks, and then my mom drove home with me. So we come and we stay for a while. So we figured out a few things to make that easier, and I thought I'd show you a little bit around their house and show you how we do it. So to show you this, I have to show you my parents' beautiful place. They bought this condo and basically redid it all because it was not pretty at all. But my parents were visionaries, so this is like their sunroom. Not really, it's part of the main room, but it's like a beautiful area to come sit and watch the water, the river behind their house, and the boating. So this leads out to the ocean. So boats come out here and go straight out to the ocean and then come back. And once in a while they have manatee out here that we can see. You see the fish jumping and the birds swimming. It's so cool. But here's their dining room table. And one thing my mom does is she puts pillowcases and towels on it. But let me show you what it really looks like. So in real life, they have this beautiful glass table, but it gets so dirty so quickly. In fact, you can even see it's dirty. I don't know if you can tell, but it's dirty under the tablecloth. But she puts a tablecloth on it just to not have to think about it. The tablecloth is older, and she can throw it in the wash. And her chairs are all this pretty gray cloth. There are 2 higher ones that go at the counter there, and then the rest are matching around the table. So to protect them, she puts pillowcases over the top and a towel on the bottom, and we've actually never had a problem since then with it being stained or marked, or never, because she did it from the beginning. And then we have this fold-up high chair she found at a consignment shop years ago, and she just folds it real flat, keeps it in one of her closets, and then this time she put a trash bag around the chair that goes under that. So that's where Hope has eaten, and that has obviously stayed very clean. As you can see, my parents have a gorgeous kitchen. Normally it's way cleaner than this, but we moved in with all our water bottles, which we use at home anyway for drinking water, so we don't use too many cups. And so that kind of thing takes over the kitchen a little. Yeah, I got my computer out there, but yeah, they have a beautiful kitchen. And this whole kitchen was totally gutted, so this is their style and what they picked. And then back there is a laundry room that has where we put all the big bulk extra food that we've had to get since we're here, so it doesn't have to sit on the counters and stuff. My dad loves to cook, so he has some fancy cooking things. So that's my dream retirement, is to move to Florida and have Solo cook for me all the time. That's my mom's living my dream, basically. So this is their living room. But what I want to show you about this is my parents picked up some $1 baskets, those laundry baskets, and each of the kids have a spot around the house where they keep their own backpack and their clothes, so it doesn't have to be perfectly packed in their backpack. When I'm giving them their clean clothes, they just kind of shove it in there. If they want to fold it, they do. If not, they're just shoving it back in their basket, and at least their stuff is staying in their corners of the room. Yes, so they found a bunch of those baskets at the dollar store and picked them up. That was new for this trip, and it's worked out really well. It's been helpful to keep them in there, keep their things in their own spot. And then my mom found this at a consignment shop this time for $15, and it goes down flat or raises up like this, and it has been great for the baby. She's been able to sleep there, and then she can also sit there. So we've moved this around the house. I put it next to my bed when I'm sleeping, and then right now obviously it's out here for more daytime hours. When it's down in its lowered position, it is almost flat. So that also will be easy to store. And like I said, my uncles also have a place down here that my dad used to share with them. So I have cousins who have little ones that come too. So they'll be able to use this seat too. So it's not just us. It'll be nice to have this baby seat floating around in Florida. Okay, so let me show you the next thing, how we sleep, everybody. So this living room is a great room, as you can see. Now, my parents are usually like the kind of people that say, oh, my house is messy. And you're like, where? But when we're here, it actually does get messy because we have a lot of stuff. But these are a lot of our blankets and pillows that we brought in the car anyway, because we knew we'd be able to use them here. This is my mom's office area normally. And one of those, that little leather black chair over there usually comes over here. So we move that when we're here. So we have more space. And she has 6 of these mattresses. These are air mattresses from Walmart. They're $7.50, guys. So cheap. So she has a little pump that you plug in, and we pump these all up, and then we stack them during the day so we still have all the space. But if you can imagine, they're going to be all over here, and hopefully I'll be able to show you. Right now we have 6 kids on those beds. The 3 of them will come here, 1, 2, 3 in a row. Sometimes Belle, Judah, and Luka have been sleeping out here, and sometimes Belle puts hers back there over by the window, but she also doesn't like to be woken up too early with all the sun. So she's been over here a lot of times. So another thing they did is took 2 of those dollar store baskets and put them by the front door so we can put all the shoes in that. So that's helped a lot. When the kids come in, we and the kids have a place. See, there's still random socks. You play with the car? Yeah. So we still have places to put our shoes. And there's a baby sling thing in there. They haven't all made it in, but pretty close. And somebody hid a stash of seashells back there. So that's helped a lot manage the shoes. This place actually has 2 living rooms, which is really cool. It's very helpful. And it's separated by these glass doors. So we used to be able to fit all the kids in this second living room over here. So my mom she used some old curtains she had. She kind of sewed them up, and we put a curtain rod up there, or a shower rod up there, and hung the curtains, which helps. We've used darker ones too, which helps the kids to go to sleep at night. So we close off those glass doors. So we can close the doors and keep some of the light out, and they won't see what we're doing, or if we're watching a movie or something, it doesn't keep them up. So right now the younger wasn't sleeping in here, so we're still using these curtains. It helps a lot. Here's the extra living room. We have used the couch in the past, but now there's enough air mattresses that we just line up 3 more here. And right now Micah, Tori, and Eli have been sleeping in here on their air mattresses, and everybody slept really, really well. So it's worked out great. There is another TV in here too, so that's helpful. Sometimes on rainy days we can separate the kids. There are a couple more laundry baskets hidden in different corners around here. This is my dad's office area normally right now, and they have this kind of wet bar thing. My parents just keep their teapots and nice stuff there, and there's some soda in the fridge, but the kids don't drink that. And there's a little closet that has some games and toys in it. As you can see, some have wandered out, and there's a mirror in there. So those are the kind of things they have done to prepare. There's several walk-in closets in the bedrooms in this house. So we use those closets to house some little kids. They're ventilated, but Noelle has a little air mattress in one of them, and we keep the door open a little too. But it's nice to have a place for the younger ones to go to bed, because they go to bed earlier and it's a little darker in there and quieter. They have a guest room, so that's where Solo and I sleep, and that has a walk-in closet too, and we put a playpen in there, so that's where Hope is, and then Destiny has her little seat by our bed. So everybody has a bed to sleep in. Everybody basically has their own bed to sleep in, and everyone has slept really great. Finally, I have something very special to show you. This is probably the first time you will ever see a grandpa doing a grocery haul, I betcha. Maybe not, but I betcha. While we were driving down to Florida, my dad and mom picked up some groceries to prepare for us to come. And my dad is one of my #1 fans. So he is an expert now in grocery hauls because he has watched so many of mine. So he made his own for you, which is incredibly special. I'm gonna show you how they prepared while we were driving down. So Watch this.
First of all, you see we've got chips and we've got 2 things of peanut butter. We've also got 2 gallons of whole milk. This, they're telling me, will not last much more than 2 days. We also bought some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Kids aren't used to this. They love cereal. And actually, in the other room, I've also got another box of Frosted Flakes, which I actually like. And we'll all get into that. For the 4th of July, we picked up some really nice brats here. And all of this was from Costco. That was going crazy up there today, having a sale. We got some sliced cheese, assorted sliced cheese for them. And then for the kids, I'll now make some tonight. We got some brownies. There's 6 packs in there, so that should last at least for 3 days while they're here. Strawberries, 2 whole big containers of strawberries. Some Halo oranges that were on sale. Those are very, very nice. Cottage cheese. Hot dogs, because they can get in and do this anytime they want for lunch. I've also picked up a nice stack of about 20 sirloin patties, hamburger patties. Those are real nice. And for dessert on the 4th of July, they had these huge key lime pies, so I got one of those. Then for snacking around, we got some pretzels, and we also got one of my favorite things, our hot pickles. I don't know if you've ever had them before, but these are Famous Dave's hot pickles. They're just great to munch on, particularly around hamburgers and hot dogs. This is what's shocking. 2 loaves of bread, and they tell me for lunch, for this gang that's coming, 1 loaf a day. So Sarah can get the rest. I'm not buying it. Then also you've got the hamburger buns and the hot dog buns all here for the 4th of July. We found these. That was really a neat deal for about $4 or so. That is all these vegetables already cut up. They were running, those things were coming off the shelf very fast at Costco, but those were pretty neat. And then I picked up this. They had this as a sample, these organic coconut cookie things. They have cranberries, chia seeds, juju berries, and chocolate inside. They had them as a sample, and evidently they saw me coming because they gave me 2, and that was it. I bought the whole pack. So that's the first load right there at the table of all the groceries for them coming. You'll see more when Sarah gets here.
Okay, this baby has had it. She's sick of me flopping her around. I'm gonna go put her to bed. Thanks for watching today, guys. Look how cute my mom is. She's got all the boxes for that, for the mattresses in the top of her closet. And she fits them all back in there afterward. And then look at this, she even has a number 7 waiting for when Noelle is too big for her little one. Good night, Noelle. Okay, these are the kids sleeping out in this room. They're not sure they want to be seen.
Mom, we're pretty sure.
We're pretty sure. And these are the kids in this room, all ready for bed. You guys want to say goodnight?
Good night.
Are you reading over his shoulder?
I was reading that, but Eli really wanted to do it, so I'm waiting.
Oh, it's hard to wait. All right, good night, guys.